Hey, cozy gamers! Today I'm sharing an early look at Critter Café. The game officially releases tomorrow, but the lovely publishers gave me early access, so I've been playing it nonstop to bring you all the cozy details. If you're into games with adorable characters, cafe vibes, and a sprinkle of exploration, stick around because this one might just be your next favorite. First up, character creation. The customization options are super detailed, letting you choose everything from outfits to hairstyles. The characters are adorable and fit perfectly with the cozy, whimsical vibe of the game. And don't worry, if you change your mind later, you can pop over to the coat rack by the cafe entrance and switch things up whenever you want. Now, decorating your cafe is one of the highlights. There's a ton of cute furniture and decor to choose from, letting you create the perfect cozy vibe. But here's where things get a little tricky. For one, you can't rotate the camera, which is a bit frustrating when trying to place furniture just right. And every time you place an item, the game closes your inventory, so you have to reopen it to grab the next thing. Not ideal, but manageable if you've got some patience. Here's a little tip for when you're decorating. Make sure your furniture layout doesn't block your movement. You'll thank me later when the cafe gets busy. Running the cafe is fun and cozy, but there are a few quirks. You can take multiple orders at once, which is great, but you can only serve one customer at a time. So after making a dish or drink, you have to deliver it before you can prepare the next one. It's a bit clunky, but once you get into a rhythm, it's not too bad. Another thing to note is the inventory system. The back button is mapped to Y instead of B, which is unusual for a Switch game. It definitely threw me off at first, but after a bit of playing, it started to feel natural. Overall, the Café Management side is a nice balance of relaxing and engaging, even if it has a few rough edges. Now, let's talk about the real stars of the game. The critters. These adorable little helpers are not only your cafe customers, but also your coworkers. As you bond with them, you unlock new abilities and progress the game. But here's a tip. Make sure to switch up your helpers. Once a critter's bond level is maxed out, it won't contribute to your overall bond level anymore. So keep things fresh by rotating your crew. The critters also help with mini games, and here's some good news. There's no penalty for failing. You'll just earn a bit less XP, so don't stress if things don't go perfectly. It's all about having fun. One thing I didn't expect was how much I'd love the world outside the cafe. It's colorful, cozy, and packed with hidden surprises. As you explore, you'll find blueprints and customization items that add even more charm to your cafe. There's also a puzzle element to the game, which reminds me a little of Legend of Zelda. You'll unlock new portals by solving puzzles and raising your critter bond level. It's a nice change of pace from the cafe gameplay and adds a little adventure to the cozy vibes. The story unfolds as you unlock portals and explore the magical world. While it's not the deepest narrative, the cozy vibes and sense of progression make it engaging. The world feels alive and every area has its own charm. So, what's the verdict on Critter Café? For me, it's a charming, cozy game with a lot to love. From the adorable critters to the magical world and cafe customization, it ticks so many boxes for fans of relaxing, feel-good games. That being said, it's not perfect. Some mechanics, like the inventory system and serving process, could use a bit of polishing. And while I didn't run into any game-breaking bugs, there were a few hiccups like a stuck cursor during decorating that might frustrate players. But honestly, none of that took away from how much fun I had. If you're someone who enjoys games like Animal Crossing or Cat Cafe Manager, I think you'll really appreciate what Critter Café has to offer. The game is perfect for unwinding after a long day or just cozying up with something lighthearted. And with a playtime of around 10 to 12 hours, it's the kind of game that lets you take your time and savor every moment. One thing I especially loved was how much there is to explore outside the cafe. The world feels alive with so many little surprises waiting to be discovered. Whether you're hunting for hidden blueprints or solving puzzles to unlock new areas, there's always something to do beyond serving lattes and pastries. And let's not forget the cafe itself. Watching your cafe fill up with happy critters is so satisfying, especially when you've personalized it to fit your style. Just remember my tips, plan your furniture layout carefully, and keep rotating your critter helpers to maximize your bond levels. So, would I recommend Critter Café? Absolutely. It's not perfect, but its cozy charm and relaxing gameplay make it a great choice for anyone who loves a good mix of creativity, exploration, and adorable characters. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and letting me share my thoughts on Critter Café. If you're excited to play, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your first impressions when you get your hands on it. And if you're new here, welcome to the cozy corner of YouTube. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any of my reviews, gameplay tips, or cozy game recommendations. Until next time, cozy gamers, stay warm, stay comfy, and I'll see you in the next video.